Hey everybody, Denise here from Denzi's Orchids, and it still is April 20th, well, Friday, April 20th, 2018, and I'm going to start where I left off because boy did I mess up the pause and unpause when I was going to show you my last little thing. So here is where I left off at. My no ID Vanda that's in bloom. And what I was getting ready to show you where I messed up at. Oops. Was the buds that are opening on my Dendrobium Bullinianum. I don't know how far they open up, so I don't recall. So I'm showing you these right now, and looks like they have a few more in the center. So in case that's about as far as they go, oops, if I don't destroy them, there they are. So now back to today's video, which is going to be about things that I've moved in orchid changes. Yeah, I can just stay right here right now. See all those Vandas in glass jars? I am absolutely sick of my Vandas. Tired of taking care of them, tired of dealing with them, tired of them not doing anything, so I literally shoved them in glass jars. And when I mean shoved, I mean shoved. Now, they're sitting in water right now, hydrating. I'll be dumping out the water by the end of the day. Why am I sick of these? Because they weren't doing anything. And I'm going to pause this for a moment and hang the Dendrobium back up. I have done everything with these. Everything. Everything. More than half of them have died. I've hung them up. I've misted. I've soaked them in my Vanda bucket. I have covered them with moss. I have uncovered them. I've done everything and nothing's happening. Well, says Denise, looks pretty good, most of them, don't they? No, they're not doing anything. They're getting, this is now, after 2 o'clock on a cloudy day, they get tons of sunlight. I'm sorry. If they're not going to perk up and do something, I might move those glass jars and quickly move you over here. I don't know. But you know, my catasetums are doing great. My catasetums are doing wonderful. More than great. Why should I compromise the space for these that are doing wonderful for those that are doing horrid? And why should I keep trying? It takes, I know it's not a lot of time, but you soak and soak and soak, or you mist and mist and mist. And for what? So, I guess at 62 years old, I've just about had enough of things that don't make it. But the real gist of today's video, or this video right here, is to talk about orchids that I moved around. On this, I moved around from way over there to down there to now up here. So it seems to be doing pretty good. It was turning way too yellow, and I know that leaf is an older leaf, but the others were too. So I think it's looking better. Its roots are retaining moisture. I moved what I call the other Methystoglossum way over here from where the this is right now, because actually from where this is right now, I moved the encyclia from where this was to closer to there. It seemed to need a little bit more light, and the amethystoglossum just is going downhill. So I'm trying to make it recover. Yeah. Probably have to repot it, take it out, do something else. But, you know, that's the life of an orchid grower. Why in the world I had ever moved this other Wanagera apple blossom to over here, if I had a reason for it, I don't remember. But anyway, I've moved it back right next to the one that has bloomed and opened up and doing wonderful. So, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. While watering today, I had noticed that my Laelia cattleya supersonic striking lip, which had been right here, was leaning way towards the sun. And I noticed that my Dendrobium firewings, which had been where my sonic lip is now, was moving away from the light. So I thought to myself, well, self, you know, because I talk to myself all the time and I answer myself too. Call me crazy, that's okay. If those two are leaning in different directions, then wanting something different, then change them around. And sometimes you do have to do that. When you take a look at your orchids, look at those things and see if things need to be moved. This was great setup in the winter when all the plastic was up and the sun wasn't coming through and it was cold in here. Well, except for I had to put the heaters on, and I always do that, but you get my point. My point is, take a good look at your orchids. This one is leaning more towards the sun. I will need to move it. Where, I don't know yet. Those are the things you need to keep an eye on. And sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the truth. So anyway, I changed those two around. And we'll see what happens. And I'll keep my eye on it. And let's see what else I moved around. Ah, yes. My Ranantheris. All of them. These three right here. And then those two right there. Those two are the Ranantheris Bangkok Sunsets. I put them closer to where it actually gets warmer. They used to sit right here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, they used to sit right there. The other Rhinantherises used to sit down here. So, they were getting pretty good light there, but I move things around sometimes because while they seem to be getting lights and forming roots, they're not getting spikes or blooms.